Their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
14. First down, Cowboys.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Prescott yet again. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but now it'll be third down.
It's third down and 14.
Again, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Number 88.
CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Giants nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Forced out to his Jones hit and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
To the 49-yard
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, it's Prescott. Being chased out left. He'll fire deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
57, Mike, 57.
To throw again, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now a handoff working right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
10, Giants nothing.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
29-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Barkley. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
A 4-yard gain.
Second and goal from the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Sean Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. Now, D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league. And
he's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Here's Prescott, rolling to his right. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First down, Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's second down.
23-yard line.
Second and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
That's the end of
but we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there. First down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at the 42.
From the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Sliding out of the pocket. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Check. Fresno. Check.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun. Jones, and that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short. And it's 4th down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Jones now on first down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
6 on the carry.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, check right, check right.
From the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Giants 17. Cowboys.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he'll buy some time right. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 35-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, at 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
4-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Stephen Parker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 23-yard line.
Second down at 7.
Off the play fake, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Forward down to about the 3-yard line.
The tackle.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
6 guys, just 6 guys,
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Field goal unit on the sideline there.
This one to Galladay. The Giants going to burn their with just over a minute to go in the game. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the...
And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Cowboys.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott rolling to his right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm.